So,
Sadhguruji, allow me to come in. Allow me to come in and ask you. You've been in the state for many decades. Why raise the issue now? You say, and you're saying this upfront that this is because elections are around the corner. What about some people who always look at these issues through a political prism and will say that Sadhguruji is supporting one side of the spectrum simply because the AIADMK late leader Jayalalitha and now the BJP are on one side, and the DMK, which is an atheist party, is on the other side, and therefore you're putting pressure on the atheist party, the DMK. How would you respond to that criticism?
see, whether you are a theist or an atheist is your personal choice, all right? I am also not a daily temple-going person. But temple is not only about a certain religion. Temple is about art, temple is about history, temple is about culture. It is the soul of this community in many ways. But we have been noticing, we have been taking action about this, our volunteers have been trying to maintain many temples. But in 2020, the government presented, in the Madras High Court that the statistics that I am saying that, 11,999 temples, no puja happening because there is no revenue, 34,000 temples, there's only one person, and 37,000 temples, less than 10,000 revenue. So all these, they're saying these 12,000 temples will die in the next few years, that's what they're saying, all right, literally. So they have committed in the High Court. So it is not that these facts are made up by somebody, this is not a social media, like sensationalism. This is a reality that we are facing. I am telling you, if we go like this, in another 100 years, except a few major temples, all of them will be extinct. Already it is happening, stones are being taken away, idols are… Government has submitted in the High Court that 1,200 deities have been stolen, officially. This is an official statement by the government to the High Court of Madras that 1,200 deities have been stolen, they're gone missing. And so many people are saying, some police officers have written books saying that thousands of deities have been stolen but replaced by fake deities in the last 25 years. We don't know about that, which is fake, which is real, but we know there is a dilapidation happening all over the place. And I must tell you this, we have 44,000 temples in the government's hands. And we have over 500,000 acres of land in these temples. And we have 2.33 crore square feet of built area. With this, we are getting a revenue of 128 crores. How's that? For example, the SGPC, the Gurudwara Committee, has 85 Gurudwaras in their hand, their budget is over 1,000 crores. For 44,000 temples, with 87% of the population which belongs to the community, you get 128 crore revenue? Is that it? I mean, this is great management.
So are you saying there's pilferage that is happening when governments manage temples? Is that pilferage? Is that lack of attention? Is it really, in a sense, everything is Ram Bharose?
See, essentially, as I said earlier, somebody who has no feeling for the temple is managing it. As you said, somebody is atheist. If you're an atheist, what's your business with the temple, I'm saying? If you're an atheist or a theist, that's not the point. You have no strong feeling for the deity, then you will not keep it well. This is not a business. This is the soul of the community. This is something this is the subjectivity of human beings. This can only be done with tremendous involvement and devotion. You can't run it just like an affair.
Do you find it surprising, Sadhguruji, the fact that our constitution lays so much emphasis on the word secular? And secular in the constitution means that governments do not have to participate in anything that has anything to do with any religion. Yet, 75 years after independence, we are sitting and talking about governments managing temples, virtually owning these temples. Isn't this irony of the highest order?
See, if you read the fundamental rights that are given to every Indian citizen in the constitution, and if you look at this HR and NC laws, it's absolutely ridiculous. It just simply amounts to apartheid, if you ask me, that a certain community cannot keep their own places of worship. So what they are saying is, many people's argument is, oh, if you give it to these people, will they manage better? Maybe they will do worse. So essentially what you're saying is, in 87% of the population, you can't find a handful of people who have the necessary competence and integrity to manage the temples. Government has to manage the temples for us. Then if you don't have integrity and responsibility to manage what matters to you so much, it is best the government manages our children, it is best the government manages our family, maybe we are not responsible at all. Ridiculous.